Hey guys, welcome to my first makeup tutorial.
Emma Watson, a little bit of a smoky eye or something maybe a little more smoky than that, like this one.
So first up is my foundation. I am actually using Rihanna's Fenty Beauty line right now. It's a sample I got from Sephora. I'm going to blend it after I've mixed it, kind of put it on with my fingers first, and then really buff around my hairline and my jawline and make sure everything's smooth and covered nice and evenly. Next up, I have my brows, and this is from Benefit Brows, their brow gel. You can't get it anymore. They had some problems and recalled it.
And you can see the difference. Look at, I mean, just with that tinted gel.
So my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, I've had this forever. It lasts, mostly because I don't use it very often. I don't wear eyeshadow on a regular basis, but this really helps stop from creasing. Then, staying with Urban Decay, I moved into the Naked Smoky palette. And given those photos I showed you earlier, I'm using the Dirty Sweet color for my base on my lid. And once I get that in, I'm going to transition over to Radar for the crease to really give my eye a little bit more dimension. So doing like a kind of sharp V on the outside edge there. I'll soften this all later with some blending.
But getting my brush wet, my powder is going to have more kind of a texture. It's gonna work better as like a liner. It's really going to grab at the lash line.
I'm using the Armor color here. It's kind of like a gunmetal-y graphite color. The amount of eyeshadow you use totally depends on how bold you want the look to be, how the color reacts on your skin tone. I was going for really bold, so I went for a pretty thick look here, and I used some of that Armor in a really thin line on my lower lash as well to define the bottom.
I want to soften the edges a little bit, so I'm going to take my blending brush, Sephora blending number 27, large, and I'm gonna sweep inward. I don't want to fling it out onto the rest of my face, so I'm just gonna blend, and I'm gonna blend the inner corner there a little to soften it.
Blending is really important here. You don't want harsh edges, and it really helps the colors come together.
Eyeshadow with the mascara.
I used Urban Decay Perversion mascara. It's my go-to. I'm using a YSL Radiant Touch. It's just a brightener. I do a V shape under the eye so I don't get like a really sharp circle of brightness under there. I'm using number 330 in the blush from Makeup Forever. So just a dab on the cheeks and then blending in with the brush.
And Charlotte Tilbury, I love her.
This is the Filmstar Bronze and Glow for sculpting and highlighting. I'm doing some contouring just under my cheekbone there to give a little more dimension. I'll bring it up kind of around the edge of my face to help kind of narrow my face off a little bit. I'm pretty wide. So a little bit of bronzer there helps. Blend, blend, blend. You do not want the harsh contour line. The lip is an oil lip by YSL. It's a tinted oil that I love, and then a little setting powder just to keep things in place. Any setting powder will work. Fluff the hair, get everything right. I will put all the descriptions and links for products I used down in the description box below. Thanks, guys.